Lady Somi of Liberty coming your way with his big fat juicy flame of justice. I'm going to give you another yummy update. First, friends, you got to remember the whole crypto market. We saw $1 billion cascading liquidations. I've already shown you in juicy news, but I just want to repeat to you. You want to know, like, we always want to know why. Why did we go down? We all know, friends. It's all like, it's kind of like wondering about why did it rain? Why did it rain right now? We don't know. But there is the culprit here. The culprit is gold went and it just popped up 1.6%. Okay, so gold pretty much snapped up and touched went new all highs. You remember, gold is pure risk off in the world. Gold is literally, I'm exiting planet Earth. Not even exaggerating. It's literally total insurance for the world because there's no government fiat attached. It's inert. It's an analog network effect, the oldest network effect. And gold is risk off. So what we really want to see is gold to just like stop being anti-Semitic and then just kind of like chill out. Once it chills out, that's all you need it to do. Okay, it's not going to have like a big capitulation or anything. Gold's actually, friends, to be honest, if you look at the gold S&P 500 ratio, I'll just show you it now. So you just want to look at gold, for example, over the S&P 500. Friends, gold is so cheap, it's not funny, dude. Like, friends, gold, this is a 100-year chart ratio of gold. Gold versus the S&P 500. Look how low it is, dude. Gold should be like, imagine gold goes up here. You understand? That's, friends, that is a 6x rally in gold. That would be $18,000 gold. Well, I think we are gonna see this. Eventually something's gonna happen. I'm hoping it's not a war. But by the way, that chart I just showed you, man, that's like, friends, even if it goes to, look at this, if it goes to here, if it does this, dude, that's 2033. That's still 8 years. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. We need gold to stall out. Because the S&P 500, the US stocks, everything is actually doing great. We have the anti-Semitic racist Russell 2000 hovering around its highs. We just needed to crack on through, and that pretty much explains why we are kind of skitzing out now. We just need that box of Ethereum to hurry up and be basically conquered out here. Hopefully it does bottom out and then goes and continues up its chart. I know, man, it's very tough, friends. You're working your jobs and stuff out here, but I hope, look, what I'll be doing is during these times when everything goes down, just so everyone knows, all friends and family, we're here to have fun. Okay. Yeah, I know it's painful, but you got to remember your best bet. You want high win rate, high odds of success, and you can't get forced out. Just keep working your job. You DCA your money in. DCA dollar cost average. You just keep throwing your savings in. Okay, because you're buying into something into the future, the higher compounding growth rate. All right, that's what you'll be doing. You got to decide on how much you want to invest. But that's the best bet you can do. There's no leverage. You don't have to go around to these 50,000 DeFi yield farm things where there's heaps of risk. You're just throwing it in there. Okay, you can decide what you want. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pulse Chain, PDI, whatever. It depends on your risk and your threshold. You can split things up. If you've got a choice between 2 or 3 tokens, just get all of them. Just get all of them, And that's the best bet you have at making it in this game. Now, I wanted to show you this as well, friends. A bit of Charlie Kirk. So, obviously, the people are waking up, friends. People are waking up. America, a bit of Israel compromisation going there. And by mean a bit, a lot. We all know that. We also have, friends, a lot of people waking up truly to the fact that they printed so much money. There's just, things don't feel right. You got the bug eater stuff agenda, World Economic Forum agenda. Roca Negra is now on the, Larry Fink is on the board of the World Economic Forum. We also have, friends, we know, look, they printed so much money. Your purchasing power is being destroyed. And people in the economy are not really doing well. But more questions to be asked. I'm fascinated by this, friends. So at Charlie Kirk's funeral, which just happened, have a listen to what this commentator said, friends. This commentator, he said he spoke to everyone there and nobody believes that the trans rage kid actually did it. It was someone else.
So I was in line with people for 3 hours talking to all the folks. And they were Christians, and they were happy, and they had families, and they were lovely people. And I started talking to them, and they were happy and prayerful, and none of them that I spoke to believed that the shooter that they got and have arrested actually did it. And they are
the War Room Posse. It's 0%.
They were they were angry.
Same with our chat.
They don't need that. They don't. Not saying this guy's not a bad guy and an evil guy,
right?
But they think something, and this is why Kash Patel did announce today that the FBI has officially expanded the investigation. My big fear was you would get a lone wolf, lone gunman, and Utah police, and everybody want to shut it down. I think Kash said today that.
Can you believe that, friends? Did you see that? Charlie Kirk's friends, close family, relatives, the people in the crowd Not one person thinks Trans Rage actually did it. And you know what they're saying? You know, it could be some evil schizo kid, whatever. We didn't care. All right? They don't think he did it. Because there's too many holes in the story. And you notice Cash Patel, friends, who's literally his girlfriend's a honeypot Mossad agent herself. Mo sad, not Mo happy. Friends, people, this is, friends, you understand how bad that is. You couldn't find one person in the crowd to be like, oh yeah, it was definitely a Trans Rage kid. That's how bad the lying is. You know that their latest story. You understand how government works, man. I know this from the UFO stories. So what they do is they give you, they take, firstly, you know how we throw lottery tickets and we see one thing works? What they do is they throw out the most unbelievable story first. And then they gauge people's reactions. So they go, oh, this kid came out, changed into his high heels, left a screwdriver, took the shot, went down, and then dismantled his gun without a screwdriver. And we're like, that doesn't make, we know you're lying. And then they go, oh, okay. Then they go, okay, let's move on to the next part of the story. Okay, he was shot, definitely shot, but actually the bullet bounced because of Kevlar. And they go, there was no Kevlar. Okay, the bullet stopped now because of a miracle. His bones were so dense. What a miracle. We're like, we don't believe that either. That makes no sense. Candace Owens saw the video from behind, which the friends, the fancy banana investigators have the video and they're not going to release it because they'll know that we know that they're all lying, okay? And we already know that. So there's no bullet from exit wound from behind him. Where'd the bullet go? Show us the bullet. Show us the bullet. They won't. You want to know why? It's not a 306. It's not a 3006 bullet. Right? Friends, we've shown you the flesh wound on a 3006 bullet. It literally makes a head explode. It's literally a head explode. The slug is huge. Where'd the bullet go? They're not going to show you the bullet because it wasn't the gun. Wild, right? Not a single person at Charlie Kirk's funeral thought Trans Rage Kid was the shooter. This guy spoke to the crowd for 3 hours and his family. Not a single person. We all know it's a setup. It could be foreign intel. The most suspect is real. Not is fake, is real. Ice cream cabal. It could be someone else. The FBI is lying. Also, friends, talking about lying and LARPing as well. You saw the revelations that HoneyXBT, famous female crypto trader, HoneyXBT, she's an Indian girl. Indian female. I think she's Indian. I think she got a lot of simps. She got a lot of simps. Turns out she's been LARPing the whole time. She's been trading on a $10 account. 10 cold, hard American dollars. Oh my gosh, you know, and here it is. Just let's hear her posts out here. She's got a husband, and he's been in crypto for 7+ years. Oh my, bro, you're in crypto for 7 years, and you're trading. Her husband's trading on a $100 account, so he's more of a risk taker. Look, friends, look. You're not, like I said, I've got to remind you, okay? Just because you've been here for a long time doesn't mean you should be gambling with a lot of money. I'm not telling you that. It's just, what a total, look, if you go out of your way they make their whole identity about these trading and posts, so it's obviously they're the full-time thing. Like, man, it shows you they really believe in nothing, dude. Like, you spent 4 years, this trading macro up and down. Also, one of the comment sections revealed, someone said that this girl, she made everyone know, go, hey, I'm a girl, and people would just give her deals back in 2021. NFT deals, ICO deals. They'd give them to her. She'd obviously, if look, I guarantee you find the wallets, she's been dumping everything on the open. Everything for a 2x. Guarantee. I mean, like, you're trading on a $10 account. So it was funny. Some of her profitable trades, friends, she was up 8 cents. 8 cents. Right? All of this was hidden. She would never show you the P&L. She's like, oh yeah, I'm long on this trade. Yeah. She gained popularity and fame for 4 years due to her being female, Indian, and posting crypto trades and positions, often bragging, I told you so. Her husband's also been tracked as well. So, man, it's just showing events like we're just so sick of the LARPing, man. LARPing is live action role playing, right? We have Crypto Banter as well, friends. Crypto Banter, Randy Boo. Shout out to the Randy Boo family. He's now calling for a $90,000 Bitcoin. Banter title says we're going to drop to 90K. So, friends, Ran, I don't know. Ran, you change your mind too much, bro. Do you believe, Ran, you've known about crypto. Friends, Ran, do you know Ran? You know, I made a lot of money. You know, Ran got into the Chainlink ICO, the Phantom ICO, the Luna ICO, and the BNB ICO. Do you know that? I still remember his sheet. Ran, I don't even remember. Ran, you made an episode about 2020, I think 4 years ago. Yeah, but you might say, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, no, that's probably like 500 that didn't work out. You know, they all went up huge, yeah? That's a lot of the chunk that came on here. But you gotta remember, friends, those were all 2016, 2017 ICOs. Yeah? Do we see any success stories of that anywhere near now? No, nothing, man. Nothing. It was all bad. They were all 2016, 2017, 2018 ICOs, yeah. And they're all cashing out 2021. So we haven't seen anything like that now. Nothing. The only success story we've seen that's so rare, it's insiders at Pump Fund would like give allocations to their friend or whatever, which is like understandable, but it's just like, it's so rare, man. We also saw recently, Jim Cramer, friends. I would like to see a pause in the endless rally of speculation, gold, crypto, and profitless companies. So this might save us, okay? Because Jim Cramer calling for, I want to see the end of speculation and stuff out here. Oh boy, I told you to believe in something. But if you're a pencil neck, then you just wouldn't get it. Of course, we are waiting for better times once again. How many days we got to go through this over and over and over again, friends? I know this is just the game, man. We're swimming through the bear market, swimming and swimming and swimming. And I want to play this video here for you, friends. Thank you to Mr. Sir Nathaniel. It's just, nothing works, bro. Everything is broken. Why does my Twitter do this? Why does my Twitter and Google Chrome can't load freaking videos, man? We're going to have to do it live, friends. We'll have to do it live. Swimming, you and me. It's a cruel, cruel world. But I'm not going to let them take our spirit. Friendly reminder, the system, right? It's rigged. It's a broken system. We're going to fix it, okay? Rigged, broken system. We're going to fix it. It's a financial system, yeah? Everything comes back to the money. Everything. Everything. You know? Everything. They're lying about the money supply. They say the money supply has nothing to do with the inflation rate. CPI, total lie. There is a relationship. They just don't tell you that. What do they do with the excess money? They give it to journalists. They give it to economists. They give it to scientists. They give it to the bribed politicians. And they all come back and lie to us. All of them. Lying, lying, lying. And yes, there's some ass nations along the way as well. All of it is eventually, you follow the money. Where does it come from, friends? They don't own businesses. Where does the money come from? The money printer. They don't own businesses. They don't do that. Okay? That's where they funnel the cash. They find a way to Cantillon effect. The system is rigged. So we can't stop their system. We can't stop them. So what do? We just built another system, crypto. They can't debase us. That's why crypto has a big product market fit. Do you remember as well, friends? It was kind of funny yesterday. Binance CZ said like, oh, dips are pretty good if you want to buy. When you know the guy cheering for dips is actually making them, but you just can't prove it. So, friends, a lot of people, I can't verify any of these. Look, but a lot of people, as soon as crypto dips, everyone says Binance is manipulating things down. It could be, but like, I just want to let everyone know when big moves happen, different exchanges have different prices of Bitcoin. Yeah. And they don't deviate that much, but they do. So there's inventory that people send to different exchanges to sell. So Binance's Bitcoin might be like $20 higher than the Coinbase one. So what people will do is they'll send money to Binance, send Bitcoin to Binance to sell that $20 premium. And so it looks like they're like selling and compressing and killing everything. But Wintermute are behind a lot of the rigged pricing and stuff behind everything out here. I also want to show you how serious Binance is. Check this out. Binance is now running Google search ads on HyperLiquid. So if you type in HyperLiquid into Google, the first result is Binance.com. So remember, Binance released Aster, which is Temu version of HyperLiquid, and they are competing with them. Now, friends, I speak about it because it has a lot of product market fit. It's got a nice revenue buy and burn. But just be careful because it's still leverage trading. It doesn't matter, friends. Oh, wow, I can't do KYC. Yeah, friends, who cares? Okay, it's like I said, imagine there's a casino where, oh, there's slot machines and there's blackjack tables in this casino and it doesn't even take ID. Well, who cares, bro? It's the same game. You're still losing. Doesn't matter, it doesn't take ID. Who cares? Oh, wow, I'm 17. I'm not meant to be gambling. Guess what? You're going to lose anyway. Your EV is negative to play the game. All right? So just because you can trade these doesn't mean you should. You got no edge, right? That's actually why, friends, I tell you as well, my personality type, I'm more of a chaotic good. Chaotic is I don't look at the law and go, oh, I definitely agree, whatever. I don't care if it's legally you're allowed to trade. I don't give a shit. You are legally allowed to trade. Yeah, you are. I don't give a crap. In my book, a 1% win rate is poop. I don't like that. Would you send your grandmother to a restaurant if they only had 1% of their food that wasn't poisoned? No. We love grandma. Do you get it? 1% trash. Now, obviously, a lot of the KOLs, friends, that they have no moral barometer. They don't care. What they say is they go, well, people are going to make their own way, blah, blah, blah. They can make money along the way. Okay, bro. Like I said, I don't want them to stop. Keep doing your thing. I don't care. But in the friendship cult, I will draw a line in the sand and will say, no, I don't want 1% win rate stuff here. Get out. I don't want 1% win rate. I want better edge and win rates. We can do better. We can hunt for stuff to do better, okay? We can. And you don't want to be a cookie cutter, friends. Listen to Big Lenny, rest in peace. Still looking down on us from up there. If you start doing the leverage trading things, you're taking away energy and time from undervalued altcoins, growing network effects, and everything else on chain out there in the world of DEX land. Do you see? It takes away energy from there. Also, to show you how hyper competitive the game is, friends. I also want to show you, so Arthur Gay's released a post as to why he sold his HyperLiquid. And he's made an article. He has this fund, Maelstrom Fund, okay? This is Arthur Hayes. Now, the sword of Damocles, friends, remember it's a sword, so with us we're going to have Spoonie, more dangerous. The sword of Damocles is like this, it hangs by a string on the king's head, right? So it's kind of like if you want to be king and sit on the throne, this is like you're willing to die to sit on the throne in case this thing's ever basically gets cut. So it basically, like, I don't want to get Spoonie too close to me because it's really, really dangerous with how sharp Spoonie is. But that's pretty much the sword of Damocles hanging on top of your head, right? It's like it's a metaphorical story, you know, or like I don't even think it's metaphorical. I think actually they did that, you know. It's kind of like the price you pay if you want to sit on the throne. This thing's always hanging, yeah. Well, in the context of HyperLiquid, they are unlocking $11 billion in token unlocks by the team, and that is for the next 24 months, which means 500 million. The thing is, though, you probably say, but Somi, there's buy and burns done by the HyperLiquid protocol. Yes, but they're only doing 17% buy and burn of it. So every month, only about 80 million of the 500 million can be bought and burned. Only about 80 million right at these prices. So that's why he's saying he's out. And I'm thinking, bro, you knew this 3 weeks ago. Why did you make a 126x price target? So he literally 3 weeks ago, he went and did his presentation and he said, oh yeah, this thing is going 126x, which I'll show you. Remember this? You can actually find it here. Here he is right here on stage. Look, man. Yeah, friends, look. If this is anybody else, I'd be like, wow, how convenient. You are long, you go on stage, you say this thing's going up 126x. He probably saw what Morad did with the meme coins. Morad just said, oh yeah, everything's going up 100x. And so they created a bid. So he's got 5 million of the token. He was hoping, oh yeah, cool. You know, I'm going to sell in 3 weeks. I'll just tell everybody it's going up 100x. 3 weeks later, just clicks it all out. You knew these token unlocks were coming anyway. So, you know, it's a dirty part of the game of crypto. That's how everybody plays it. See, when you're in trader mode, that's it. Because there's not enough new money coming in the short term to split the money because you're thinking short term. So you're always just trying to basically like outplay everybody else. Outplay, which is just deception. So he's showing you HyperLiquid. Yeah, so $500 million. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, HyperLiquid themselves, they're assuming there's a lot of growth coming, but we'll see, man. Look, HyperLiquid itself, and by the way, some of you are long on it. So now, I'm going to put pressure on you. I'm just asking you, okay? Whoa, man. The fully diluted market cap of HyperLiquid's $48 billion. And you know what? It's a great product. I just want to ask you, though, if you're holding, you're going to hold now? Are you? Tell me. I'd like to know. I know some of you are holding. Some of you might Telegram as well. Tell me, how do you feel about this now? Do you still believe? you still believe? I want you to think about that. Do you still believe? You tell me, if you believe that the growth of HyperLiquid is enough to withstand this giant sell pressure every month coming out. Because remember, the team went from, they haven't unlocked any tokens yet. Now it's time for them to cash out. Do you want to sit in it for the next 24 months? So if you're holding, you got to tell me, where's your thesis? I want to see it down. What's your trajectory? And obviously, now you're fighting Binance Aster. And Bybit, they're already making one as well. I forgot they have a shitty name as well. Man, for some reason, I don't know why. Asian market crypto, you guys got to start putting me on the advisory board. You guys have the trashiest names for your products. Ass turd. Oh my God. Come on, man. You got to think about some names. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh. But whatever. But yeah, they're all competing. So what's going to happen now? That's why it's simple, not easy. Oh, just find the stuff that goes up. No. What you actually found is the stuff that already went up. Most people who are telling you and I about things are telling us about things that are already expensive. Nobody is telling me and you about something that's cheap that's going to get expensive. On average, they're literally diamonds in the rough. You and I have to find it. That's why it takes something special to go, hey, I'm still convicted. There's still a thesis. The thing went cheaper. Yeah, it sucks, but it's cheap. And same as Pulse Chain. Are you getting it? So you tell me, man, are you still convicted in this? I'd like to know. You still want to hold this? Are you willing to hold this? Because I'll tell you right now, dude, that for like if this thing is going sideways while Ethereum's going up and it's struggling, you know, be interesting, friends. Look, you got to fight FUD, bro. There's always FUD. What are you gonna do if HyperLiquid drops another 18%, and then you have Ivan saying, "Oh, HyperLiquid, big team unlocks even after Hayes sold"? Are you gonna be able to fight through that? Are you gonna fight through that? Because you have the fear. You have the fear of missing out. What if other tokens start going up? Oh no, I'm missing out on the bull market because all these teams are unlocking literally billions and billions of dollars of profit on me, and there's not enough buy and burn. That means you never believed in it in the first place, bro. You don't believe in it in the first place. See? Everyone's going to go through it. You and I are going to make it though. Like, subscribe, Billy Butter, and all. Catch you in the next one.